Test, test. Test, can you hear me? Yes? Okay. Welcome. As chair of the Faculty Executive Committee, I'm pleased to welcome you all here to UPIKE to our annual awards convocation. Welcome to all you students, and especially to the parents, family, and friends, many of whom have had an integral part in your successes. Also welcome to our faculty, administration, and staff. This program is a culmination of many semesters of stress and prayers, numerous trips to the library for research or for study sessions, and as I am sure you students will agree, too many examinations that have been taken, too many term papers that have been written, and too many projects that have been completed. To summarize, tonight is the result of a great deal of just downright hard work by these students that will be receiving awards here tonight. These students are selected by our faculty as being the best of our best. These are our top-notch students. We know that this has not been an easy task, and we are happy to recognize these students here tonight. We want you all to know that we, the UPIKE faculty, could not be more proud of these outstanding young people. Enjoy this evening. Now, at this time, it's my pleasure to introduce our campus chaplain and instructor of religion that will be giving our opening invocation. Robert Music is making a profound Christian influence on our campus. From mission trips to Haiti, to weekly chapel services, to the 7:37 services on Sunday evening, we're fortunate to have Robert Music here at UPIKE. Robert.
Let us pray. God of all wisdom and knowledge, tonight we thank you for the gift of learning and for the discipline of study. In a world in which so many do not have access to universities and higher education, we thank you for the gift of being at this university and the privilege of academic pursuit. As we honor these students tonight, Lord, who have faithfully worked towards excellence, we ask that you will bless their parents, grandparents, family members, teachers, professors, and staff members who have given them support over all these years. Lord, we ask that we would be mindful they would be mindful of their need to be perpetual learners, Lord, never solely relying on their own wisdom, but in all ways acknowledging you, trusting ultimately in your guidance and in your knowledge. Tonight I ask that you would bless the endeavors, the future endeavors, pursuits of graduate school and jobs of our students, that you would give them continual success in their studies, and that you would empower them to be compassionate leaders for our region and for the whole world. For we ask this in Christ's name, amen.
Our opening remarks tonight will be given by our president, Dr. James Hurley. Hailing from Perry County, Dr. Hurley is an educator that has worked hard and has already accomplished some amazing goals. An eager student, a great basketball player, a winning coach, a respected teacher, a dedicated principal, and an industrious assistant to our former president, Governor Paul Patton, and now the youngest college president in the state of Kentucky. Also, he has the distinction of being the first UPIKE alumnus to lead our school in our 124-year history. He's a UPIKE graduate that has certainly hit the ground running with his leadership. Under his direction, we have seen 4 consecutive record enrollments, which makes UPIKE one of the fastest growing 4-year institutions in the South. We're blessed to have Dr. Hurley here as our president, and at this time I'm happy to introduce him to you for our opening remarks.
Well, congratulations to each of you, and we're here to honor your academic achievement. And I know that so many of you, I know personally because some 4 years ago, we recruited most of you, and most of you are seniors, and you're going to enter into a different realm after, upon completion of graduation and your degree. And I know finals are coming up, and you know these folks on the stage are not your most favorite individuals during this time of the year. But I assure you that they have prepared you well for life. And I see Governor Patton here, our Chancellor, and I would like to recognize him, and I think we owe him a deep deal of gratitude and thanks for all that he has done to help raise the profile of this institution, Governor. The one thing that I'm so proud of as I look across this room today is over half of you are first-generation college students. Many of you will go on and become the first in your family to graduate from college. And I'm one of those persons as well. And so that's extremely gratifying. So on behalf of our administration, faculty, staff, and Board of Trustees, congratulations on your academic achievement. So let's get on with the awards.
Good evening. I am Howard Roberts, Dean of the Coleman College of Business. Tonight, we celebrate and acknowledge outstanding academic achievement. These accomplishments are not fortuitous. They are the result of dedicated efforts to excel and to focus on a goal of making the UPIKE experience outstanding while completing the requisite curriculum in the academic programs. Since its inception last year, the Coleman College of Business has focused on academic excellence in all areas of business. This year, our students participated in 3 business plan competitions. One we hosted on this campus, and that was the UPIKE Startup. These students created business plans to develop new businesses, bright, fresh ideas to stimulate the economy in this region, but also wherever they pursue their endeavors in life. The UPIKE Startup Challenge resulted in a team, and if you will stand when I call your name, please. Third place was Sven Rodenbush, Marcus Fondielis, and Felix Singer. The finalists in that event were Corey Gannon, Brandon Hall, Mason McCoy, and Andrea Robinette. Our students also participated in a business startup event at Eastern Kentucky University, and we had 2 teams that tied for second place in that event. One team consisted of, again, Corey Gannon, Brandon Hall, Mason McCoy, and Andrea Robinette, and the other team was Bobby Hurley and Kevin Mullins. Idea State University is an event for entrepreneurship on the state level, but until this year, only the public institutions in Kentucky had been allowed to participate. The University of Pikeville was the first private school allowed to participate in this event this year, and our team placed third, and that was Sven Rodenbush, Marcos Fondielis, Felix Singer, and Gabe Penn. Also at that event, they were required to give an elevator pitch, a short presentation as if they were in an elevator with someone to describe their new business. And Andrea Robinette and Gabe Penn were finalists in that event as well. In your program, you will find a list of students who were named to the Dean's List in the College of Business, and I would like for those students who are present to please stand. Tonight, we celebrate the academic achievements of all students. Enjoy your evening, and thank you.
Good evening. My name is Lois Rogers. I'm an assistant professor of accounting in the Coleman College of Business, and I'll be presenting the Accounting Award. One of the easiest things an accounting student will learn is what an asset is. One of the hardest things they will learn is how to value it. Fortunately, in accounting, we measure everything in dollars, but life's assets aren't always quantifiable. This year's accounting honoree knows not only the value of a dollar, but the value of hard work and determination. She learned long before she got to college that education is an invaluable asset and the ticket to her future. I've had the pleasure of knowing her since she walked into my office nearly 4 years ago as a somewhat shy but obviously bright 18-year-old. Upon our first meeting, I knew that she was different than most freshmen I encounter. Since then, the more I've learned about her, the more I've learned from her. That prioritizing achieves goals, but doesn't happen without sacrifice. That napping in your car between classes can turn a bad day into a good one. And most importantly, that where you start in life does not determine where you will end up. Despite personal struggles, this amazing young lady has not received less than an A since the 3rd grade, has made the dean's list every semester of college, is a member of Phi Beta Lambda, was inducted into Sigma Beta Delta, a National Business Honor Society, and was recognized by Who's Who among students in American universities and colleges, all while working full-time in fast food and commuting over half an hour each way daily. So I want to leave you with a quote that I once heard, somewhat modified for the occasion. Expecting life to be fair just because you are fair is like expecting a bear not to eat you just because you didn't eat it. So my final words of wisdom to Miss Bianca Workman are just remember, you'll always be a bear. Thank you.
I am Dr. David Snow. I'm here to present the Coleman College of Business Award for Management. This year's winner displayed exceptional performance and dedication both inside and outside the classroom. The recipient of this award's accomplishments are actually too numerous for me to take the time to list, so I'll go with the highlights. This recipient is a member of the Sigma Beta Delta Honor Society. He earned the Certificate of Completion for Leadership Southeast Kentucky. He presented the business program for the College of Business during homecoming. He earned the Entrepreneurship Smarts certification. He's also the winner of the 10th Annual Excellence in Entrepreneurship Collegiate Business Concept Challenge. He also maintained full-time employment throughout his college career. Please congratulate Justin Prater as this year's management winner.
Good evening. My name is Tom Hess. I'm the Dean of the College of Arts and Sciences, and I have the honor of providing greetings on the behalf of the faculty and staff of the College of Arts and Sciences. So, greetings. As the Dean, I have the distinct privilege of working with the students who are in 27 different majors. Everything from art to Spanish is in the list, and we also support the students who are in the programs like the Developmental Studies program, the English as a Second Language program, as well as many of the minors and other support courses. And with this, I have the distinct pleasure of also working with a wonderful, outstanding faculty and staff. And I want to say a special thanks to all of them. Many of them are on the stage here tonight and out in the audience. I'm going to ask all of the faculty and staff associated with the College of Arts and Sciences, please stand for a round of recognition. I want to thank you all. Okay, seniors, got a favor to ask, okay? Before now and finals and graduation and all that, I want you to stop for a second, okay? I know finals are coming, it's busy, and take a moment to think about what has happened over the last 4, 5, 6, 2, how many ever years you've been here, and all the changes that have happened. When I taught chemistry, I was always amazed how different students seemed after the first semester to second, and then coming back the next fall was always an amazing change. I want you to think about those changes. All the things you've done, all the things you've learned. I want you to stop a moment and think about who has had an impact on you from this institution. I want you to thank them. That's what I ask of you tonight, okay? Sometime over the next 2 to 3 weeks, take a moment and thank some of those folks. They pour their heart and soul into everything they do, and I think that would be probably the most meaningful thing for them. Okay, let's continue on. So back on script. Tonight, we pause from our academic pursuits to honor the heart of the institution and its mission, our commitment to education, and more importantly for the students, a commitment to student learning. As a university, we frame these in the form of 3 foundational goals for our students. Simply that students will learn to think, will learn to express, and will learn to learn. And the heart of and tonight we honor the desire to learn to think, to express, and to learn. And we're recognizing those undergraduates who have excelled in doing this so well. Tonight, I'm going to start with the Dean's List. That's the good list, gang, okay? Many of you I don't know, which is usually a good thing. The Dean's List is a time-honored tradition recognizing those students who have earned a 3.5 average in their coursework or better each term. Tonight we are recognizing 314 students in the College of Arts and Sciences that were on the Dean's List this past fall. Your names are listed in the program, and will all of those students here tonight please stand to be recognized? All the students who are on the Dean's List, please rise. Wonderful. You were on script too, all. It says applause here. Okay, now I'd also like to take a moment to direct your attention to the last couple pages. Dr. Roberts talked about the business competition winners, but I'm not going to go through that long list, but I just want you to make sure you get back to that section of the program. What these individuals have done is they've stepped out of the comfort zone of the University of Pikeville out into the world, gone to regional, state, and national competitions to make presentations, and that's a wonderful achievement in itself. And kudos to all of those individuals. So if you were on one of those pages, please rise and be recognized. Take a moment. Anybody else? Okay, thank you, and we'll continue with our program.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Linda Newsel. I'm the Assistant Professor of Education, and I'm the Coordinator of Clinical Experiences, which means I get to supervise all of our student teachers, which is the greatest joy that I could ever have. I'm so proud of every single one of them, and I unfortunately have to only give a couple awards out tonight. So the award that we are giving is the Rutherford Dameron Award. It was first presented in 1977. It's named in honor of Mr. Rutherford Dameron, who served the university, which was Pikeville College then when he was here, as professor, chair of the education division, academic dean, and acting president. He was a busy man while he was here. Recipients of the award are selected on the basis of their GPA, their grade point average, their success in student teaching, their performance on praxis exams. They have to take plenty of exams to qualify just to be a teacher in the state of Kentucky. They participate in campus and community activities and receive honors and awards. So those are the criteria that we look at for all of our students. My first award goes to Rebecca Kate Wilhelm, who is an elementary education major. She has a 3.94 overall grade point average, has had outstanding evaluations from both of her cooperating teachers. In elementary, they have a K3 and a 4-5 placement. She's received honors in bowling. She's worked as an ACE tutor. She's in the PEP program. She is also on those back pages in our program. With her priorities, though, the thing that impresses me the most about her is that although she made, you know how our women's bowling team went to tournament and did very well, she made the team and chose not to go because her priority is her teaching, her clinical experience, and her students. So she stayed behind and taught. And she is not here tonight because she is with her students at a statewide competition, chaperoning and helping judge. So she unfortunately is not here. But our second award goes to a student who is here, yes. She is a secondary English major with a 4.0 average. She's received numerous awards and honors in writing, and she has presented at local and state and national conventions. I'm so proud of her. That is so exciting. The thing that is the most impressive to me, though, as the supervisor in student teaching, is I was talking with one of the principals that has been watching her, and his comment about her was, oh, she's our go-to person whenever we need anything. They think very highly of her at the high school where she is placed. So, Brandy Pugh Justice, would you please come forward and receive your Rediford Dameron Award? We should turn it around, huh?
Good evening. My name is Petra Carroll. I'm an assistant professor of art, and I'm here to give the Outstanding Achievement in Art Award this evening. The student we're giving this award to this year was one of my first sculpture students back when we were still Pikeville College. And this young student had 4 really, really strong traits that have helped him within the field of art. The first trait is he has an incredible passion for art. He has an unwavering commitment to making art and to studying art. The second trait he has is an incredibly strong work ethic. This is a student who would come into class and very, very focused, would sit down and brainstorm and develop his designs and his ideas and jump into production. Incredibly, incredibly focused on that art-making process. The third trait was curiosity and creative risk-taking. Without kind of stepping into a space that is unfamiliar, unknown to you, it's very difficult to create art because there's always this exploration that happens within the creative process. And the fourth trait the student had was stubbornness. And sometimes we don't think of stubbornness in a positive light, but the student turned that into a virtue. He would sink his teeth into an artistic idea and not let it go until he achieved the results he wanted. This past year, this young man has really come into his own as an artist. His work has grown technically and creatively. He continues to be incredibly committed to the making of art and to the field of art. He has achieved a greater understanding of art history and art that is being made in the contemporary world today, and is able to relate his own work and his own place within that history. His creative risk-taking continues. He has backups upon backups, so every time he experiments within his creative process, he always has another place to go if his results are unexpected. He has really transitioned from a student artist that is driven by projects and assignments to an artist that is driven by his own creative ideas within the field of art. So it's with great pleasure I give this award to Brandon Bentley.
I'm Basil Clark, Associate Professor of Speech and Theater, and the annual Communication Award honors a graduating senior who is outstanding academically, is involved with UPIKE publications in student life and in the surrounding community. This year's winner is an exceptional student, an excellent writer, speaker, and researcher. She's captain of the dance team, and I think you know they recently came back from nationals, did quite well there. And as Miss UPIKE 2013, she represented our university well at the Miss Kentucky pageant. She's been a student ambassador for our admissions office. You may see her occasionally on a billboard as you come into town. Also, she's was an officer in our Honor Society in Communication. In 2012, she presented with another student at the Appalachian College Association conference, and I received some comments afterwards from people who had observed the presentation on the professionalism that was displayed there and how well he did. She also is in the back of your program, but received an award for the outstanding poster presentation at the Blue Ridge Undergraduate Research Conference. And I can just end this saying that Hannah McIntosh chose the University of Pikeville to pursue her education, and I truly believe that the University of Pikeville is a better place because of that decision she made. Hannah, would you please come forward?
Good evening. My name is Elgin Ward. I'm an associate professor of English here at the university. And I would just like to say that I'm always pleased and honored to be a part of this convocation because I think it's one of the more important academic events of the year, without a doubt. Tonight we recognize those students who will in the future leave their mark on the world and who will join the elect set of exemplary graduates who so well represents our institution. The winner of the 2014 English Honors Award is a student who will become an inspiration to those who follow her in choosing an English major. She is currently working toward a Bachelor of Science degrees in both English and English education and maintains a 4.0 grade point average. While a student at Pike County Central High School, she was a sponsor of the Young Democrats Club. At UPIKE, she is vice president of Sigma Tau Delta, our English Honor Society, and currently is doing her student teaching at her alma mater. She presented a creative nonfiction piece titled Cutting the Line to the Kentucky Philological Association and to Sigma Tau Delta in 2013. Her short story, Bitter Cold, was accepted at the Sigma Tau Delta International Convention in Savannah, Georgia in 2014. Her other writing awards include second place in the Sylvia Trent Auxier Poetry Competition in 2012, first place in the same competition in 2013, first place in the Carrie D. Kirkman Critical Writing Competition in 2013, first place in the Annie Lou's Fiction Writing Competition in 2013, and third place in the Ruby Elizabeth Pfizer Creative Nonfiction Competition in 2013. Last spring, this student was in a literary criticism and theory class I teach, and I can honestly say that I think I learned as much from her as she learned from me. Every teacher in this room will understand when I say that she and all the other recipients here tonight are the kinds of students who make what we do worthwhile as teachers. So it's my pleasure tonight to present the University of Pikeville's English Honors Award to Brandy Pugh Justice. Brandy will be receiving a certificate and a plaque and a gift card from Barnes & Noble for $75. So, thank you.
Hello, my name is Bruce Parsons, an assistant professor of film and media arts. It's very exciting for me to present this award tonight because we're a young program and this is our first time giving this award. The recipient will also be the first graduate of our film and media arts program, which is exciting. And I take a special interest in the fact that our first graduate of a film and media arts program from Pikeville is from Los Angeles. So he's going to take his degree in the things that he's learned here and he's going to make a mark in the film industry in Los Angeles, which I think is fantastic. He has been a leader in the program since we started just 2 years ago. He was part of the film crew that did the first Bear TV student news production course. He was the cinematographer and sort of led the way for a short documentary that the students made on the baseball team last semester. He helped them to shoot over 40 hours of footage in a 2-week span. The only downside of that being I had to then watch 40 hours and grade 40 hours of footage in a 2-week span. But he's been fantastic, and the program has been great and better for his part in it. So, Thomas Grajeda, please come up and accept the award.
My name is Donna DeSara Renal, and I'm an assistant professor of religion here. What I want to say is not only about students who major in religion. This award is given to a graduating senior who is majoring in religion. This student is actually a double major in religion and psychology. We often get those. But what I want to say is not only for religion majors, but I thank all students who achieve and receive awards at an event like this. First, this occasion celebrates and champions those students who make our lives easier and especially make us happy that we teach. Students who receive such awards are those who feel challenged by material, yet find inspiration in pathways to even greater learning. Students who receive such awards are those who feel challenged to think critically, yet become empowered in such thinking, find their critical voice and speak it. Students who receive such awards are those not afraid of big and deep questions, for in the journey for answers, They come to know themselves and the world better. On behalf of my colleagues in the religion program, it is with great pleasure that I present the Religion Honor Award this evening to such a student, Rebecca King.
I'm Mark Bolt, professor of biology here at UPIKE, and I have the pleasure of presenting the Outstanding Biology Senior Award to this evening. We had a very close race this year. We have a formula in biology that we use for calculating our outstanding senior, and it actually came down to tenths of a point this year. It's the closest I've ever seen it. So it was a close race, but we have one that we are very proud of. And this student has been a joy to have in class. I've never seen this student frustrated or mad at us or anything else. She always has a smile on her face, and she's ready to learn. And I'd like to present this award to Amber Wetterman.
Hi, I'm Ben Clayton, Assistant Professor of Chemistry. The Chemistry Department is giving the 2014 award to James Ethan Williams. James will be graduating this spring here with a magna cum laude Bachelor of Science degree in chemistry. His GPA has exceeded 3.8 in chemistry and other courses, including many upper division biology courses. James is not only a chemistry student, he's a volunteer firefighter. He works with the Belfry Fire Department. He's contributed over 150 hours of time there while he's been in school, which is a big achievement. He's also been on the Dean's List his entire time here at UPIKE and has received numerous scholarships here. And he's a member of the UPIKE Biology Club, since we don't have a chemistry club. James will be furthering his education this fall at the Appalachian School of Pharmacy in Grundy, Virginia. James, we congratulate you.
Hi, I'm Howard Francis. I am the Program Coordinator for Computer Science. The Honor Award in Computer Science is given to a graduating senior who has shown excellence in his or her computer science coursework throughout their career at the University of Pikeville. This year's recipient has excelled not just in his CS work, but has maintained that same high standard in his other classes here at UPIKE, including his other major of mathematics. This year's honoree is quite the original thinker. His computer science projects always contain some unique quality that only he would think of, and his contributions to class discussions very often come from outside the box. He is also a good team member, taking leadership roles when necessary, and also responding well when others take the lead. He definitely has many of the qualities we look for in computer scientists. It is my privilege to award this year's computer science honor to Mr. Jacob Stratton. In addition to the certificate, The award also includes a one-year membership in the Association for Computing Machinery.
The winner of the 2014 Math Award goes to a brilliant young lady who will be starting the civil engineering program at the University of Kentucky this fall. I've always been impressed by her command of mathematics. She always welcomed the challenge of complex computations. But as anybody in college knows, there's always that kind of balance element, and she had that balance with a variety of classes, including education, upper division literature classes, some ballet, and member of the cheerleading squad. I have an interesting story to share. Just last night, as a matter of fact, she was trying to get ready for her history of math test, and she comes up, we were proving the Matchins formula, which involves power series approximation of pi, or whatever that means. So anyway, she says, I found this formula here. Is it okay to use this formula tomorrow? And I looked at it and said, oh my goodness, that is like 10 lines of work fewer than I showed the class last week. That's a brilliant shortcut you made. So I said, you can use it tomorrow, go for it. So anyway, she's going to be missed here at UPIKE, but I know she will represent her UPIKE well as she embarks on the engineering program, and I'm honored to present the Math Award to Teresa Prater.
Good evening. I'm Linda Taylor. I'm an instructor of nursing. The Division of Nursing has always had the opportunity to recognize a nursing student who has high achievement during the pinning ceremony prior to graduation. However, Honors Day always allows us to recognize a first-year nursing student for outstanding performance. This student has excelled academically. He has shown great compassion with all of his patients and has earned the respect of his peers and faculty. His ability exceeds what we normally expect in a student in the first year of the nursing program. It gives me great pleasure to recognize Noah Hamilton as our outstanding first-year nursing student.
Criminal justice students aren't necessarily known for being quiet. We have a reputation of being a little bit rambunctious at times. But our student that we're honoring tonight was quiet. She was always quiet in class, very studious. My last memories of her in class were last fall, before she graduated last December. And we had a competition where the students produced PSAs, public service announcements about a type of victimology. And needless to say, some of these were quite interesting and quite humorous. And she and her partner did a wonderful job. We were quite pleased to honor Martha Caitlin Wheeler as our outstanding student this year.
Good evening. I'm Stephen Budney, professor of history. Although this time of year I go by a lot of different names. Actually, just about any time of year. But I really do enjoy this assembly every year because it gives us a chance to recognize the best people that we have, regardless of what discipline they may be studying in. So if we look good, it's because you make us look good by going that extra little bit to do better, you know. Now tonight's honors recipient in history is a member of Phi Alpha Theta, and will be continuing on to graduate school when she leaves the University of Pikeville. She'll be going to East Tennessee State University. And she's adventurous, she's developing into a fine writer, and I've really enjoyed being able to work with her the last couple of years. She does remind me of a quote that if you educate a man, you educate a man, but if you educate a woman, you educate the next generation. So, without saying any more, I will call Whitney Goodson up here and give her the History Award. Okay.
Good evening, I'm Nancy Cade. I'm chair of the Social Sciences Division, and I'd like to congratulate all of the recipients in the Social Science Division. It's a joy to work with such wonderful students and wonderful faculty. But I'm here to award the award for History and Political Science. It's a combined major, and the recipient must have a minimum of a 3.25 GPA overall and in the major. Our awardee well exceeds that criteria, and he's accomplished this while being a member of Phi Alpha Theta and while being very involved with the UPIKE basketball team. It's always a great joy as a faculty member to play a small role in a student's transformation from a shy but very bright young man to a more secure and confident young man. He's grown not just in his knowledge of history and political science, but as a person. He has become a student who is comfortable asking the challenging questions. But be careful, he might just sell you a timeshare to Moldova. It is my great pleasure on behalf of the history faculty to honor Brad Yoder.
Hello, I'm Leanne Forker-Epling, Assistant Professor of Psychology, and it is my honor this year to award the Outstanding Psychology Award to Miss Caitlin Bates. Caitlin is not only an excellent student, but she is one of the sweetest people I've ever met in my life. She's also involved on the women's soccer team, and she is the current president of Psi Chi, the International Honor Society for Psychology, as well as the Psychology Club. She has taken my independent study course on undergraduate research and has presented those findings at the annual ACA Summit, the Blue Ridge Undergraduate Research Conference, and was recently appeared on Where the 99 Leads. It's my honor, sorry, I'm getting choked up here, to present the Psychology Award this year to Miss Caitlin Bates.
I am Janessa Kilgore-Bowling. I'm the director of the social work program, and I'm so honored to be here this evening to watch our university's brightest and most promising future professionals to receive recognition for a job well done. It is indeed a very exciting time. Being a professor has to be the most rewarding job. I, for one, love passing on knowledge and skills to future professionals. I adore the interaction with my students and the building of those relationships. However, there's nothing more rewarding than watching them develop into competent, ethical social work professionals who are committed to social change and social justice. This particular group of graduating seniors have been really special. Each one of them have dazzled us with their personal and professional growth. And from a teaching and learning perspective, this is a beautiful thing. However, it presents us with a little bit of a dilemma when it comes to trying to decide who will get this year's award. As we began looking at the award criteria, it became very clear to us who that recipient was going to be. This young lady consistently showed up in every category. Not only does she have the highest GPA of her graduating peers, she has an amazing commitment to social justice and to practicing social work in a rural Appalachian area. She also prides herself on providing service to the surrounding community and to the university by providing many, many volunteer hours. She's a member of the Student Social Work Association and also of the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, which has held the office of president for 2 years. She has managed to do all of these wonderful things while balancing a very rigorous conditioning, practice, and game schedule associated with playing softball during her entire academic career. She truly is an inspiration and a role model to her peers and a blessing to all who know her. I have to admit, though, I'm a little sad. No, I'm a lot sad that she won't be enrolled in my courses in the fall. I'm sad that I won't get to watch her grow day by day. But I'm extremely proud that she's a product of the University of Pikeville. And even more importantly, within the next month or so, I'm going to be so proud to refer to her as a social work colleague. So without further delay, on behalf of the social work program, I would like to present this year's award to an amazing young woman and a future social worker, Miss Emily Castle.
Good evening. I'm Eric Prim, an associate professor of sociology here at the university. And this year's award recipient is a tireless, inquisitive, and insightful young man. In addition to his impressive body of work, both in and outside of the classroom here, he completed an internship with the U.S. Marshal Service. The Vice President for Academics and the Director of Internships at the Washington Center for Internships and Academic Seminars were both very impressed with him, noting that he took advantage of every learning opportunity while in Washington. He's currently back home in Georgia, working with 2 youth groups, Big Thinkers Science Exploration and C5 Youth Foundation. And he's hoping to join the Air Force in December. On behalf of the sociology program, it's my pleasure to announce the recipient of this year's award and one of the finest young men I've had the fortune to work with, Dimitri Curry. Unfortunately, Dimitri couldn't be here tonight since he has to work in the morning in Georgia. But he wanted me to express his gratitude and say what an honor it is to receive this award.
Along with our English honors degree, or pardon me, English honors award that we present each year, we also have present writing awards to students across campus with the talent of writing. We have 4 categories: poetry, fiction, critical writing, and creative nonfiction. So what I'd like to do then is to announce the winners of these contests. The Sylvia Trent Oxier Prize for Poetry. First place goes to Amber Wireman, second to Carrie Moore, and third to James Alexander. If the 3 of you would come up here, please. Step right up here so you can get a picture. This is yours. This is yours. This is yours. You want to step over here? Thank you. And there's Carrie. Got lost, Carrie. Thank you. Next is the Carrie D. Kirkman Prize for Fiction. First place goes to Jamie Van Dyke. Second place to Amber Wireman. Third place to Sarah Blackburn. So 3 of you step up there. Squeeze it here together. Yes, let's do it. Thank you. In the annual Lewis Prize for Critical Writing, first place goes to Ashley Adams. And the Ruby Elizabeth Pfizer Prize for Creative Nonfiction goes to Sarah Blackburn, first place. I just want to say that I did the easy part of this. I handed the awards out, but who brought everything together is my good friend, colleague, Sydney, her name jumped out of my mind, Sydney England, Sydney England, who sponsors this part of the English Award ceremony. Thank you very much.
Well, I'm still Mark Bolt. And I have the pleasure of being the advisor to Beta Beta Beta, the Pi Zeta chapter of the National Biology Honor Society. Beta 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 was founded in 1922, and it is the honor society for the biological sciences in the United States and Puerto Rico with over 500 chapters. We've had the chapter here now for 6 years. This year we inducted our largest class. We inducted 26 new members who met the GPA requirements in the major and cumulative GPA requirements. And it's a good thing because we have 21 graduating members in the senior class this year. I don't know if anybody's looked at the roster of the graduates, but about a third of them are biology majors and bachelors of science this year. So biology's the big major on campus, and we have the best students. What can I say? What I'd like to have all the members of Beta 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 stand up and be recognized for all their hard work and achievements.
Hello, everyone. My name is Charles Johnson, and I teach English. I'm also the faculty advisor to the Lambda Sigma Sophomore Honor Society. Lambda Sigma is a national honor society for second-year men and women dedicated to the purpose of fostering leadership, scholarship, fellowship, and the spirit of service among college students. The Beta Gamma chapter here at UPIKE was established in 1998. Membership in Lambda Sigma is based on previous academic excellence and strong evidence of leadership and service. Membership is not only recognition for those accomplishments, but also a challenge to students to fulfill their own intellectual and leadership potential while serving the university and the local community. At this moment, I'd like to recognize all those former Lambda Sigma members, including this year's outgoing class, as well as the 33 new members who are coming in the fall. Any Lambda Sigma members here today? Please rise. Thank you.
Hello again. If you look in the program under Chi Omicron Mu, the Honor Society for Communication, you'll notice I'm not Chandra Masner. Her daughter is involved with some academic competition and presentations in Lexington, and so she is involved with that. She is the sponsor for the program. It is the Honor Society for Communication, and the purpose is to recognize, foster, and reward the outstanding scholastic achievement in communication studies, and foster and stimulate interest in the field of communication, and pursue and encourage then professional development among the communication majors. Those members who are here tonight, please stand and be recognized. Thank you.
Hello again. Phi Alpha Theta, the International Honor Society in History. A little bit of trivia for you. Just happens to be the oldest honor society at the University of Pikeville. It was begun over 30 years ago. The mission of Phi Alpha Theta is to promote the study of history through the encouragement of research, good teaching, publication, and the exchange of learning and ideas among historians. I couldn't come up with this on my own. I'm reading it off the paper. The criteria for membership include a minimum of 12 hours in history, a 3.0 overall grade point average, and a 3.1 grade point average in history. The Iota Phi chapter at University of Pikeville initiated 4 new members this year, and will the members of Phi Alpha Theta please stand up and be recognized?
Hello, I'm Leanne Epling again. Psi Chi is the International Honor Society for Psychology. Membership is open to all psychology majors and minors who have a 3.0 grade point average or higher, both cumulative and in their psychology courses. I'm not going to read all the names, but I do want to mention a major oversight, and that is the lack of Miss Caitlin Bates, our president, on the list in your program. So would all of the Psi Chi members please stand up? Thank you.
I'm Dr. Michael King, Associate Professor in Education, and it's my honor to recognize our new inductees to Kappa Delta Pi. Kappa Delta Pi is the International Honor Society in Education. Dr. William Begley in 1911 at the University of Illinois established this to foster excellence in education and to promote fellowship among those dedicated to teaching. The founders chose the name from the Greek words to represent knowledge, duty, and power. We'll have our actual induction to this on National Teachers Day, May 6th. But all of our new inductees, please stand and be recognized.
Good evening again. I am not Pamela Gillen. I'm Brenda Maynard. Pamela's not feeling well tonight, so I'm happy to fill in for her. Sigma Beta Delta is an international honor society that was organized to recognize students majoring in business programs in colleges with regional accreditation. Currently, there are over 250 chapters across the country. Only the top 20% of our students in the junior and senior class who have completed 30 hours in their major at the University of Pikeville are invited by the business faculty for membership. This spring, we inducted 13 new members into Sigma Beta Delta, 2 juniors and 11 seniors. We also installed Dr. James Hurley as an honorary member based on his excellent leadership in education. Would the members of Sigma Beta Delta please stand?
Good evening. I'm Hannah Freeman, Assistant Professor of English and sponsor for the English Honor Society. Sigma Tau Delta is an international English honor society that confers distinction upon outstanding students of the English language and literature in undergraduate, graduate, and professional studies. The motto for Sigma Tau Delta is sincerity, truth, and design. Would the members present please stand and be recognized?
Good evening. My name is Bernadine Cochran. I'm the faculty advisor for Sigma Zeta, the Beta Xi chapter of Sigma Zeta. Sigma Zeta is a National Mathematics and Science Honor Society. It is open for students majoring in any natural science, mathematics, or computer science. To be a member, they have to have a 3.0 GPA and be of high standard. I am very proud of these students. And I just want to, they have, I think, about 18 that's graduating this year, so my membership list, even though it looks nice here, it's going to be a lot smaller, and we will have a lot of extra work to do because the National Convention will be at the UPIKE campus next March. So everybody, you know, if you see all these nice new mathematicians and scientists on campus, you can welcome them, please. Would all the members of the Beta Xi chapter please stand up?
Greetings, I'm James Browning, Associate Professor of Religion. Theta Alpha Kappa is the National Religion Honor Society sponsored by the American Academy of Religion. It exists to honor excellence in the field of religious studies. TAK is open to students of any major who have at least 12 hours of work in religion and have achieved a 3.5 grade point in their work in religion. This year we inducted 4 new members. Would they please stand and be honored?
Good evening. I'm Amanda Runyon, and tonight I'm here to recognize the members of the UPIKE Quick Recall Academic Team. Our team has had another great year this year. We have competed as a member of the Kentucky Collegiate Quick Recall League in 6 tournaments, including one that we hosted here on campus. Of those 6, we brought home 5 trophies, and that includes 3rd place overall in the league for the year. So I'm very proud of the hard work that these students have put in, not just out in tournaments across Kentucky, but they also put a lot of hard work in here on campus. They're very dedicated to the team and to their studies. They represent us all over the place, really. We have a student in Washington this semester who's the captain of our Division I team. And we had a student travel to Haiti with the mission group this year. So we just have members of the academic team out representing UPIKE in wonderful ways. I would like to recognize the group as a whole, but I also would like to recognize our Division I and Division II all league members this year. For Division I, it's Christian Wright, and for Division II, it's Colin McCoy. So I'm very proud of all of you guys. Could all the team members stand to be recognized?
Hello again. Phi Beta Lambda is the collegiate equivalent of Future Business Leaders of America. FBLA PBL is the largest business career student organization in the world, with a mission to bring business and education together in a positive working relationship through innovative leadership and career development programs. Although PBL is geared toward business majors, membership is open to students of all majors. Throughout the year, members participate in activities such as Business for Breakfast and Business After Hours at local businesses, as well as club fundraisers and socials. PBL members have a chance each spring to compete and win awards at the state level with the possibility of advancing to the national competition. I'm very proud to say that while this year has been a bit of a rebuilding year, we have drastically increased membership. We brought home 13 individual awards at the State Leadership Conference. Those are printed in the back of your handout, as well as 2 chapter awards. And we have 9 students advancing to the national competition this summer in Nashville, Tennessee. So will all the PBL members present please stand to be recognized.
Hello, I'm Emily Ramito, the Director of the First Year Experience and Student Activities. And the University of Pikeville students who have been recognized as who's who among students in American universities and colleges were nominated by faculty members. They were nominated based on their academic achievement, participation, and leadership within school organizations and their extracurricular activities, their community involvement, and their future leadership ability and potential. Will all the recipients of the Who's Who among students in American universities and colleges please stand so that we may recognize you?
Wow, what a great evening. Please join me with one last round of applause for all our winners tonight. We would just like to take one last opportunity to thank the parents for allowing us to share with your children for the past several years. You will notice they're not the same child today that you sent to us several years ago. They've got, we hope, a lot more intelligence, a lot more self-confidence, and a lot more eagerness to change our world. We're glad that you all chose UPIKE as your university, and please remember always, once a bear, always a bear, so go Bears. Thank you all.